Hey good people, welcome back to my channel, Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on this video. And if you're not, thank you so much for returning and coming back. I don't even know. I'm really excited as usual. I always say that at the beginning because I don't know. Makeup makes me excited, but I'm excited because now y'all know this is my girl. She's my favorite, and no, I did not need this. But the Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity has arrived. Somehow I got it super quick, and I just wanted to share it with you all as soon as I could. So if you're interested in seeing the swatches and seeing me create some looks, I have no idea what I want to do yet. That's why I don't have any eyeshadow on. Please keep on watching this video. Don't forget to leave me some comments and let me know what you think, and definitely consider subscribing because I would love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So there was a lot of controversy about this palette, and I think it's for obvious reasons. You know, 12 of the 18 shades are repeats. So if you do have the repeating shades, which were in both of the Star Wars mini palettes, you're only getting 6 new shades. Some people have complained that there are not a lot of mattes in the palette. And, you know, some of the other complaints were that you're not getting the heavy acrylic packaging, the pans are smaller. So there's just, you know, oh, and it's made in the US versus being made in Italy. I have seen that on many of her smaller 6-pan palettes. I feel like this is the first palette that hasn't sold out on launch day. I think there are pros and cons to this palette. Obviously, I did not need it. I do have the 2 mini Star Wars palettes, as I said, but since I do collect Pat McGrath makeup, I was gonna get it, like, no hesitation. I really do. Well, let's just look at the palette first. All right, so here are your 18 shades. Now, yes, the size of the pans are smaller. They are. But I also like having all of these choices here in the palette. Lately, I've been into the smaller palettes, but you know, sometimes I do want a bigger palette. So I don't have a problem with it. And I think that if you were not able to get the Star Wars palette, I think you'd be ecstatic about this release. The other thing that I think is great about the palette is that if you're traveling, which I am not, you can just stick this in your bag, and I don't think you'd have to worry so much about it being broken or anything like that. I know that some people have that concern with the motherships because they're just so special and expensive, and you don't want anything to happen to it. So, I mean, it's very slim. I mean, so for me, this is like super convenient, and it's not heavy. The Mothership palettes are heavy. All of these things to me make it worth getting, not to mention that the price point was way cheaper. I said this about the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. I am fine with having smaller pan sizes and more shadows. So, because the reality is I probably won't hit pan on this, so the smaller pan size is fine for me. And really quickly, just to show you a difference in the packaging from her traditional Mothership palettes versus the Mega Mothership. So it usually comes in a box like this. This is number 6, Midnight Sun. And then, like I said, it's this acrylic heavy packaging, and you know, it's very luxe. You know, it's a very nice mirror, and there are 10 shades. If you are just getting familiar with Pat McGrath and you want to see all of her palettes, I did do a video on my whole entire Pat McGrath collection. So these palettes will run you $125 for the 10 shades, but you can see that the pan size is bigger than what's in the Mega Mothership Mega palette. This is, like I said, it's not as thick. It's a larger palette, obviously, but it is way lighter, it's way slimmer, and it's gonna be much easier to carry around. Pat has also come out with the smaller mini motherships. This is just an example. Most of them have this little rubber band that you just undo, and it has this trifold design, which a lot of people don't care for that much. This is another lighter palette, and again, for people who want to try Pat McGrath but don't need all of the extra, these are perfect. The latest mini that she had come out did have a traditional palette opening, which I think a lot of people were happy about, but this is, you know, the cardboard and not the heavy acrylic lacquered case. So those are just some of the differences in the palettes that, you know, she has come out with previously. I just wanted to show them to you in comparison to this new baby here. All right, back to the video. So those are the pros and cons of the palette, and you know, I think the deciding factors for whether or not someone was going to purchase the palette or pass this time. I chose to purchase, and I'm going to continue to purchase the items that she releases in the holiday collection. I think that one of the main things that people are looking forward to are the quads, which look beautiful. I think people are looking forward to the highlighter that she has coming out. So I think those are going to be the really hot items from this collection. But Mothership Mega, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So we're going to go ahead and get into these swatches, and I'm going to do a couple looks. Like I said, I have no idea what I want to do, but I just wanted to get this up as soon as I could because I think a lot of people are curious about the quality and whether it's going to be the same quality since it's cheaper, and I hope Pat wouldn't do that to us. And I do know there are some palettes where people say it's not the same, but I love that people who have not tried Pat McGrath makeup before are like, oh, I'm gonna try this, like that, you know, they get an opportunity to try it. I just like that she's able to reach more people. I just like that. I'm going to do the 2 Star Wars palettes first, then go into the middle. I don't even know if I showed this up close yet, but let's just take a look at how beautiful this palette is. I mean, it's really, really gorgeous. I'm not really the type of person that's like, when I use a palette, I only use that palette. I never even brought the 2 Star Wars palettes together to try to combine them for a look, but like having them in the palette together, I don't know, I'm just seeing so many more color stories. Now, that's just laziness on my part, but I'm just saying. All right, so let's look at the Dark Galaxy palette first, which is gonna be here. So we have Saturnalia. Let me scoot y'all in some. So that's Saturnalia. Next we have Venomous Void. This is Cosmic. That's pretty. All right, next we have Bronze Nebula. Oh man, that's really, really nice. We have Odyssey. Ooh. And then we have Smoked Amethyst. Very deep shade here. All right, and this is the Dark Galaxy Star Wars mini palette. That is really gorgeous. Let's move on. Now we have Galactic Gold, which is gonna be these 6 shades here. I'm just gonna start with the outer 3 and then go to the inner 3. So the first shade is gonna be Gold Standard. Gold Standard is a shade that she has in several palettes. I mean, I know people get tired of it, but wow. Like, that is a beautiful gold. Next we have Electron, and Electron is a duochrome, so you can kind of see a red and a purple. And the next shade is Corruption. I think Corruption is also a duochrome, and this does appear in another palette. I think it's Bronze Temptation, but it's not available, so. This one is always hard to see, but it's like a greenish, reddish, like yellowish or goldish shade. So that's Violet Void. We have Bronze. Last but not least, we have Galactic Gold. Wow. And so this is the Galactic Gold palette, and we have the Dark Galaxy palette. So those were the repeating shades. And now we're gonna take a look at the new shades. There are 6, and that's the middle 2 columns. So let's take a look at these. We're gonna just go down and then down. We have Major Mahogany. So that's one of your mattes. Fuchsia Shock. Ooh. Next we have Dragonfly. Okay, I think I have some comparison shades for this one. Lunar Champagne, Megabyte, and last we have Venusian Orchid. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I also have that shade on my cheeks because I was like, you know, I think that would make a really good blush. So that's what I'm wearing on my cheeks. I might have overdone it, but okay. That is the Mothership Mega. And I think this color story is great. Look at this. Okay, imagine this as its own regular size 6-pan palette. This is a gorgeous color story. She should have come out with this instead of Rose Decadence. I love Rose Decadence, but to me, this still gives that rose theme. I was talking about, you know, her focusing on other parts of the rose, like the thorn or the stem, and I think this would have done it. It's not as dark as I would have chosen, but I think that this is a very nice color story, and it gives those greens that I know a lot of people have been wanting her to do. So yeah, I do like this as its own color story, and I think having the Star Wars minis with it, it just makes a very nice palette. So I'm happy with it. I'm probably biased, so you know, I'm just saying. Now that I have broken this palette in, let's get into some looks. I'm just excited. Oh, and then I think I might want to do, I just want to see if there are some comparison shades that I have, not in other Pat McGrath palettes, but this duochrome, this Dragonfly, just reminds me of a shade in Tiny Marvels as well as in the Jackie Aina palette. So actually, there's a couple shades in here that remind me of the Jackie Aina palette, so I am gonna pull that one out for sure. I'm gonna pull out Tiny Marvels too, just in case. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, let's get into these looks. I'm excited. Okay.
Come on over, let's pick up where we left off. You and I had lots of love just to top it off. We can wind and down for days, never let it stop. I just want your everything, baby. Maybe later we can dance, never let go. Listen to our favorite songs on the radio. Losing up and lose ourselves to this feeling, oh. I just want your everything, baby. I'll be deep under your influence tonight. Ooh, keep it coming, babe. I don't mind another round. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I can't get enough of my baby. I'ma be wasted love, wasted love. I'm spilling liquor on the carpet, on the couch. I feel it dripping from my mouth. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. Moon is rising and the stars are coming now. But we're missing 'cause we're way down on the ground. Ain't nobody interrupting if we decide. I just need a night with you, baby. Yeah. Then we be blinded by the lights, oh. We get this feeling, oh, so right, oh. I'm so over being sober, yeah, all I know. I just need a night with you. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I can't get enough of my baby. I'ma be wasted love, wasted love. I'm spilling liquor on the carpet, on the couch. I feel it dripping from my mouth. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I'll be deep under your influence tonight. Ooh, keep it coming, babe. I don't mind another round. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I can't get enough of my baby. I'ma be wasted love, wasted love. I'm spilling liquor on the carpet, on the couch. I feel it dripping from my mouth. Drinking from your bottle, baby.
All right, y'all, so those are the two looks. I did want to say that for my gloss that I'm using, for the first look, I used the Divine Rose lip gloss. Looks like this. Same. And then for this look, I used the lip gloss in the shade Dreamscape. This is one of my favorites. It's just so pretty. Like, I love this shade. That's Dreamscape. Yeah, so I hope you like those two looks. I did want to do a couple comparison swatches really quick. I do have the Tiny Marvels palette as well as the Jackie Aina palette. So just to hold these two together. So there's Jackie Aina and there is the Mothership Mega. And I just want to swatch a couple shades. So I want to take Saturnalia from Mothership Mega and Wiggleze from Jackie Aina, and just see, that's Mothership and this is Jackie Aina. Pretty close, I think. Yes. Okay, I also want to take from Mothership Mega, I want to take Violet Void, and I'm gonna take Shookington from Jackie Aina. That's Wiggleze. That's Shookington. See what we got here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. And then from Mothership Mega, I want to take the shade, oh, Dragonfly. That's the one. Dragonfly. And then from Jackie Aina, I want to take the shade Sponsored. So wait. Here is Dragonfly and Sponsored. So I just swatched Dragonfly. So let's look at Sponsored. Oh, let me find out Jackie Aina. Y'all know this palette, I probably say it, any video that talks about eyeshadow palettes, this is one of my favorites of all time. I know it wasn't on my fall list, but this is an all-purpose, all-year one and done palette, so it needs its own video. All right, I also want to take the shade Venomous Void from the Mothership Mega here, and I'm going to swatch that against the shade Pinker from Jackie Aina. So we have Venomous Void, and then we have Pinker. Come on. All right, I'm gonna take this shade. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, we're gonna look at three shades. We're gonna look at Lunar Champagne and Galactic Gold against the shade Zolas. So here's Lunar Champagne, Galactic Gold, and now from the Jackie Aina palette, we have this shade Zolas. Okay. I think that's it for the Jackie Aina palette. I mean, the only other one might, not really, Venusian Orchid. I could swatch that with Supreme. We can just do that for kicks. That's from the Mothership Mega. The Supreme, I think, is a little more pink. Yeah, it is. But it's still pretty close. And I think that's it. Now, I want to just grab Tiny Marvels really fast because this is another one of my favorites that I bought this year. So here's Tiny Marvels. So I wanted to swatch Scarab. So Scarab is the duochrome shade in Tiny Marvels. I'm gonna swatch that here. Oh yeah, look at that. So we have Dragonfly, Sponsored, and Scarab. So very similar duochromes. And I also wanted to swatch, there was another shade, Bugaboo. Let me see. That's a little deeper. And then there was one more. Oh, I wanted to swatch Fire Butts with these golds. I think Fire Butts is a little more green. No, it's has a little more of a green tint, but I think that was it. Oh, but you know what? Let's swatch Gold Standard from the Mothership Mega. And let's swatch that against BB. Ooh, fun. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, and then we'll be done. So here's Gold Standard, one of the best golds from the Mothership Mega. And let's swatch that with BB and see. BB and C. That's a little even brighter. Let me do Galactic Gold one more time. They're really, really close. They're really close. Oh my God. So that's it. Oh, wait a minute, it's one more, hold on. No, it's not. Let me back up real quick and let me close my door so we can close this one out. All right, very good. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the looks. I hope you liked the video. I hope you like the swatches and the comparisons and all of that good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Even though I still have some similar shades, I don't care. I love this Mothership Mega palette. I love it, love it, love it. I believe that her quads and the highlighters and the lipsticks, I think they're gonna be released on October 9th. And I was really hoping to recoup some funds before she released anything else, but that's not really gonna happen. So just stay tuned because I'm gonna have the rest of the collection, at least some of the items. I do plan on getting the quads. I do plan on getting 1 or 2 lip shades, and for sure I'm gonna get that highlighter. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for taking some of your time and giving it to me. Make sure that you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.